5.6, time to solve, and since I have a proportion, I'll multiply this numerator times that denominator. And then I'll multiply the other numerator times the other denominator, and I set those equal to each other. So I have negative 3x plus 3 equal to 4x plus 4. When I solve, I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. And if I have the x's on this left side for negative 7x, then I'd like this 3 that doesn't have x to be zeroed out on this side, and I end up with 1 on the other. The opposite of multiplying is dividing, and so I have x equals negative 1/7. All right, no cross multiplying here. I got two fractions on that side. So let's figure out the common denominator again. I'll do it in this corner. X plus 1 is its own factor. X is its own factor. It's going to get its own column. And this, its own column. And then this other denominator, it's got both of them. X and x plus 1. So when I take 1 from each column, I have x times x plus 1. And on the right side, I already had that, so the numerator will stay the same. On the left side, this denominator was missing a factor of x, and this denominator is missing a factor of x plus 1. And now, since the denominators are the same, the numerators must be equal. So 3x plus 2x plus 2, because I distributed the 2, equals 5. I'll combine these for 5x. I'm going to subtract 2 on both sides and get 3. And when I divide by 5 on both sides, x equals 3/5. Now, x cannot be 0, because I would make this denominator equal 0, and x cannot equal negative 1, because it makes this denominator equal 0, and I didn't get that, so I'm good. Quick flashback here, x cannot be negative 1, and x cannot be positive 1. All right, and finally, let's find the least common multiple, so I need to factor this denominator. It factors into x minus 7 times x plus 1. Let me back up for a second because I forgot that we made a correction. That's going to be a positive 6. So it's going to be x plus 7 and x minus 1. So this denominator is only factors x minus 1. This one is only x plus 7. And so x plus 7 times x minus 1 is the common denominator. As you can see, this denominator has both of those factors, so its numerator will stay 5. But this denominator is missing x plus 7, so I need to multiply by x plus 7. And this numerator is clearly missing x minus 1, so I need to multiply by x minus 1. Again, the denominators are the same, so the exponents must be equal. I'll multiply as I go. I don't add first here, I multiply and get 5x plus 35 equal to 10x minus 10. So this right here, these two will combine to be 40. And now I'm ready to do stuff to both sides. I'm going to subtract 10x from both sides. And I'm going to subtract 40 from both sides. So I get negative 5x equals, this is a 40 by the way, negative 50. And when I divide by negative 5 on both sides, I get x equals 10. In the beginning, we should have noticed that x cannot be 1 and x cannot be negative 7. So that means 10 is a great answer. Go Tigers.